Everybody, just want to make this short video to kind of keep people caught up. I know it's been a kind of a crazy week for me personally, with my last son being born, my final little boy. This makes number 4 for me, by the way. So anyway, here is, again, I'm just on Canvas. This is the foundations. One thing you want to do to make sure to keep up is this, because everything for foundations is open. So that way you can kind of work at your own pace. But the big thing is if you go to the syllabus and you open the syllabus, right? So that's syllabus. I just updated this, by the way, to kind of be a little more aligned and has the correct dates on the calendar. So I updated this, I think, a week or so ago. But then again, the baby was born, so. Yeah, this is what you're going to use, and it's at the very bottom of this. Okay. So there's two things I want to go over on here as soon as it opens. Come on. There it is. So, first of all, zoom in here. Most of the... There we go. Most of the time you're going to use Edmodo. So I'll go back here. I'm going to use... Where are we? This right here. Edmodo. To get in contact with me. Basically, is where you have questions, or where you sign in basically to let me know you're keeping up with everything. This is basically our communications page. But back here on the syllabus, if you ever really need to talk to me, like actually talk to me, this is my cell phone number. Feel free to give me a call. I definitely talk things out with you. Again, I have now 4 little children at home, one of which is actually in 1st grade, and we're trying to keep up with him with his classes. Very busy right now. Now, fortunately, I just finished all my lessons for the high school courses, so I don't have any more lessons to make for them, so I can really specifically focus on making lessons for you guys. But we're going to go over how that's going to work in just a second, okay? But yeah, if you ever need to call me, that's my cell phone number. Okay, now I'm going to scroll all the way down. Just skip all this, scroll all the way down until we get to the bottom, which has a calendar. Okay, so this is the calendar of events, right? So let's see here, by now you should have completed Chapter 8 in quantitative and Chapter 13 in quantitative, and I know I updated this. Why does it say? All right, that should say April. Sorry. So now it is the 21st. So you should have quiz 1 due next week. Okay, quiz 1 is actually going to be due April 28th. And Chapter 16 is going to be due April 28th. So on the first day, you should have started Chapter 8, due on the 14th. Then Chapter 13th, due on the 21st. Yeah, due yesterday. Chapter 13 was due yesterday. Now, quiz 1 and Chapter 16 will be due next week. So make sure you get both of those done. And again, the quantitative is pretty simple because those have due dates. Now, if you ever get behind, something comes up, I know I have a couple of frontliners, and not everything's going to, go to their plan. Not everything actually, plan, but then again, be able to adapt. Okay, so if you ever need more time, just shoot me a little message on Edmodo or text me a message saying, can I get another week to get this done? I'll do it, not a problem. I just have to know, otherwise I won't, okay? So just let me know. Right, this really is trying to make sure you're not getting behind, though. So if you need more time, use it, but I would really stress getting your work done on time. Now for foundations, there's nothing the first week, but I already told you to get started, so you're actually probably a little ahead more than you think. So Chapter 1 wasn't due until the 21st, and then we had Chapter 2, 7.5, and 11.2b. Okay, that would be due, so that's right here, that would be due on the 28th. Right? No, let's see here. No, yeah, sorry, we were correct. So this one's a little bit differently. It says in class activities. That means that's what's due next week. So this is what's due on the 21st. This was what was due last week. This is what was due this week. Okay, it's not. This is the department syllabus, so not everything's perfect. Okay. So Chapter 1 was due on the 14th. Chapter 2, 7.5, and 11.2 will be due on the 21st. And then next week, 3.1, 4.1, 4.5, and 4.6. So basically, chapters 1 through 4 should be done by the 28th. All right. Now, it says quiz 1 here. That's an in-class activity. That means on the May 5th, you'll need to have quiz 1 done for foundations. And I'll post that. Basically, I'll post it on the 28th. And it'll be available for you to do that week. All right. Now, all quizzes, doesn't matter if it's quantitative or foundations, all quizzes, you get 3 chances to do them. So take it. If you don't like your score, take it again. And then take it a third time if you need to. And I keep the best grade. Okay, so I'll keep the highest grade of the 3. So that's how you know you're going to be keeping up with everything. All right. Now, you may notice that for foundations, let's go back to Canvas, not foundations. Let's see, your dashboard. Quantitative. You may have noticed that there are lesson videos. These are made by our department chair, Dr. Martin. She's very great to do these for us. But down here, this is going to be the biggest help for getting your homework done. And this is going to really, I think, the biggest help in getting just some good, solid understanding of how to do the questions. Because this right here is basically, I go through the homework. Okay, this is me going through the homework questions saying, this one's straightforward, use this formula. This one's straightforward, use this formula. Now watch out for this one, because this one says round near 100%, so here's how you do that. So I really do point out some of the trickier questions, and I do at least one example of each kind, okay? But if some questions are just straightforward, use the formula, I probably won't do those. Right, but the tricky ones I definitely go through, so please watch. If you ever have any questions, I'm going to ask first, did you watch the practice question videos? Okay. Now, I don't really do that with foundations. Let's go over here, course and foundations. And here's the reason why. Log on foundation. The reason why I don't do that with foundation is because this program, this website, gives you a lot of information. Okay, so view course, I have do list all right here. Okay, everything's open. Okay, just so if you have time, get some stuff done. Now this is how you're gonna do that. Oh, the quiz is already open, so there we go. Due May 19th. All right, you have that long to get the quiz done. All right, so let's say you are going to do the fraction question. Now, I will let you know that for the fraction questions, go back to down here, I made a video on how to use the calculator for the course. It is this calculator right here. Now, keep in mind, this is a actual error from Texas Instruments. This should be 36X Pro. They put 30X Pro. There's no such thing as a 30X Pro. So that's an error on their part. They just forgot to change that to a 36. So we need to use the 36X Pro. And if you haven't ordered one or haven't found one, you need to get one real quick, because that's what I'm going to use to do all this. And if you want to be able to do a lot of stuff on your calculator, basically really understand how to use your calculator, either one, use the calculator you have and then just YouTube how to do things on it. Or 2, follow the video, get this calculator and follow the video I have on there. And it walks you through how to do all kinds of stuff on that calculator. Definitely watch that video if you haven't done it already. So it is this video right here. Apparently my internet just went out. Okay. There we go. Sorry. We're having a lot of fun with internet these days, right? In this recording, I want to go through how to use the how to use the calculators for dealing with fractions, and so we're gonna deal with. There you go. That's me making another video. Okay. So this goes through all these different things, and actually a little more. Okay, maybe a little more. So definitely watch that video if you want to understand how to use your calculator for fractions and all the stuff. That basically takes care of all the stuff for chapters. Basically anything with fractions. There you go. I will also talk a little bit about order of operations. Okay, so make sure you watch that as well. But still. Now, there's some things that's going to come up that I know are going to be a bit tricky, and so I will make videos for them. Okay, so chapter 4, these two right here, I made a video for that. I posted it right here. 4 and 5, 4.5 and 4.6 example videos. So I go through some of the homework questions for these, and I do the practice with it. Now I'm going to start doing that a lot more, and there's a reason for that. With Hawks, you have this great little thing over here. Let's look over here. Exponents, order of operations. Look at this one. You have this thing called the Learn. And if you haven't gone through this, this is basically your notes and how you would cover everything. This basically shows you everything you need with videos and examples. Okay, so this is what you want to go through if you want to figure out how to do something. Okay. Now, you may wonder why I make videos if these already have videos. Okay. Well, at some point, I find that I know things, let's say I know better, okay, no. At some point, I think I know easier ways of doing things, or maybe an easier way of explaining it. You can always follow this Learn, and you'll get it correct if you can understand it. But if you're having a hard time understanding it, go to these videos. I'll have more. I'll definitely have more when it comes to, let's see, down here. Basically, chapter 7. Okay, I'm going to start basically with chapter 7. 7, 7a, 7, 7b, 7, all this right here. I'm going to do videos on each of these. Chapter 8. And then chapter 6. Basically, once you get after this week, you're going to start seeing videos pop up for each little section of me doing example problems from the homework. Okay, so, yeah. All right. I think that's everything we need to cover to kind of get you through this. So you know what you need to have done. Now, this all says May 19th. That's when the due date is. You kind of have to have it all done by the time we take the midterm. The midterm is expected to take May 19th, which I think is 3 weeks away. So if you haven't been keeping up with the work, I would definitely buckle down now and get as much done as you can. So right now, by next week, you should have all the way up through 4.6. So chapter 1, 2, 3, 4 done, along with 7.5 and 11.2b. That's what should be done by next week. Okay, so first week was chapter 1, second week was chapter 2, and chapter 3. No, chapter 2, 7.5, and 11.2b, and then this week, chapter 3 and 4 should be done. Okay, so chapter 3 and 4 should be done. So yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to post something on Edmodo. Now, if you have a question, like I'm having a hard time with this question, you need to post 2 photos. One is a photo of the question, and the second is a photo of your work. All right, really easy to post photos. That's why I'm using this, so everybody can see. Let me show you. I have students from my other classes, so your classes. Go to quantitative. I get lots of questions on quantitative. So here we go. Here's the question of the work, of the question, and then I'm going to say, can I see a question of your work? Okay, stuff like that. So here's somebody showing me their work, right? But yeah. That's what I need, a question of the photo of the question and a photo of your work so I can see what you're being asked and what you're trying to do. Okay, so usually if I see it's just a simple thing, I'll mark on your question and say, oh, this is what it should have been. And you're good to go. So I'm usually pretty quick about it because I can do this on my phone. But again, you know, with everything going on now, I have kids I got to take care of. So yeah. Anyway, I think that covers everything. If you have any other questions, again, feel free to text me or feel free to post on Edmodo. I prefer Edmodo just so everybody gets to see the question and not just me. And that's about it. So get everything done and keep up. I'll start posting grades on Canvas. They don't automatically go over, so I'll start posting those grades on Canvas. Make sure you purchase the access code by this week if you haven't already, because I think the access codes are going to start shutting you out. All right, so if you haven't purchased the access code, if you're using the free couple of weeks, make sure you get that access code, okay? Or you pay for it online. So, good luck, and I'll talk to you guys later.